to interview the director of a laundry to find out something of a new process he was using. After he had given me a cigarette, we discussed the details of his latest venture and how it was an improvement on other methods.
Excuse me, sir. Here is the urgent information you asked for from the library.
As he read the letter his secretary had brought him, he told me he obtained a great deal of help from the public library. He told me about some of the library facilities he used, and then invited me to see for myself in his works. While he was showing me around, his enthusiasm made me determined to call on a librarian. I wanted to hear at first hand what public libraries were doing for industry and commerce.
This is only one of many letters I receive from firms in the locality, seeking information to assist them with their production problems. Excuse me. Bring me the file of industrial inquiries, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. As I was saying, we receive many inquiries by post and telephone. This firm was engaged on a job with which it was a little unfamiliar. It needed information about the construction of a special type of clinometer known as a Mars compass. Knowing the right lines, we were able to obtain what was required very quickly. Here's another. A hat manufacturer wanted theoretical and technical information on textiles to be used in millinery. There proved to be limited material in this sphere, but it was traced and passed on in good time to be useful. A frequent difficulty in dealing with inquirers is their hesitancy in stating exactly what they want. They needn't have any fear of confidence being broken. The public librarian sets a very high standard of professional conduct, as well as acquiring a good technical training. The information sought by inquirers isn't confined to practice in the United Kingdom. Commerce and industry span beyond national boundaries, and consequently there are problems. For example, a businessman wanted to know the distance from Valkenburg to Wernsdrecht in Holland, and whether it would be possible to make a daily journey. This proved to be impracticable. He then turned his thoughts to dealing with an acquaintance in Holland. All that was required from us was information about the lines of communication and appropriate regulations. We provided the telephone number of the Dutch acquaintance, the appropriate export regulations, and some suggestions for packing the merchandise. These resources, though very considerable, sometimes have to be supplemented. The trained staff know how best this can be done. An inquiry was received from a firm for technical information on pipe and tube bending, with a view to manufacturing suitable machinery. This couldn't be traced within the resources of the public library stock, but was traced elsewhere, and it was made available to the inquirer under the sponsorship of the public library. Merchants, as well as industrialists, could well test the resources that exist within these libraries. Large industrial concerns, such as ICI Paints Division, have made comprehensive provision of their own, and have realized the need for a library to which go the technical inquiries of the laboratories and factories under their control. Or the Metal Box Company, which has a similar need and has met it in very much the same way, by providing its own library with a chartered librarian in charge to deal with inquiries from managers and technicians throughout its network of factories. Smaller firms need such a service at least as much as the larger concerns. They can turn with confidence to their local library to make an inquiry as simple as a request for times of trains between provincial towns, the connections by air throughout the world, or as complex as a demand for the detailed chemical analysis of the waters of the Nile. Whether this library be large or small, it is the place where national resources of information can be made available by cooperation on a vast scale. The elaborate and carefully organized indexing and abstracting services are but part of the public library facilities at the disposal of the industrial or commercial inquirer whenever he may be in need of them.
This new alloy, and now we have to find the viscosity of certain fluids before we can complete our tests, but I don't know where to get this information.
Why not ring the public library? They may be able to help.
They wouldn't have that information.
Oh, I think they would. Try them.
All right. Get the public library for me, please.
Public library, can I help you?
Can you give me the viscosity of glycerine, mercury and water in terms of poises?
Hold the line, please. Are you there? This is the information you need. Shall I read it? The viscosity of water at NTP is
Can you give me details of shell moulding by the croning or seed process, please?